Welcome to the High-Tech Investments News Report for Week 39. The news report covers some of the many investment projects High-Tech Investments is currently involved in so you can follow our progress. We hope you will enjoy this news feed and look forward to your comments and remarks.
Hi, Bo here, and welcome back to this week's news report that once again has plenty of updates, plenty of news, and obviously also plenty of profit we're going to have a closer look at in this particular week. We also have double profits on some of the EAs, and I'm going to explain more why that is. But let's get started, and let's start off with the friends at Yield Notes. Last week we did mention that Steve, the CEO of Yield Notes here, actually came out with a bit of a video. We had a link in last week's news report, but we do think it is worth once again mentioning that he had a bit of an update on what is going on. And some of the things, once again, I just want to try and highlight quickly here. Again, the key highlights, as mentioned also last week, the NFT claim deadline extension. The deadline to claim the NFTs has been extended to the end of the year. That means 2023. While it's not obligatory, they definitely recommend here, considering the opportunity to basically claim the NFTs. You don't have to. You can simply just stick with what you have here now, and nothing will happen at this point in time. And obviously there's also how to claim it, and there's a bit of a link in there that you also see on the screen. So definitely worth having a closer look at if you are wondering if you should or should not. And if you are still in doubt, then you can obviously go also to Yield Notes NFT. There's a table of contents in here where you can find more on basic frequently asked questions. How it actually works. You can find more tutorials in there too, community videos, things like this. And also if you want to buy NFTs, there's also a bit of a instruction on how you can do that. So just be aware that it's not too late, but obviously at the end of the day, you don't have to do anything either. Now, one of the things that we pointed out here last week also is a bit of an audit that Yield Notes wants to do based on all the many complaints. And again, they haven't figured out exactly which one of the big four auditing firms that they actually want to make use of yet. But obviously we will have a look at it. So it was Deloitte, it was Ernst & Young, KPMG or PwC to undertake that particular task here. And obviously there's another good information here also regarding no penalty for no claim. So that one has also gone. That was confirmed by Steve also in that particular video I showed you just before. So things are looking a bit better, but obviously we need everything to go either back to normal like it was a year ago here, or basically a bit better, hopefully, going forward. Now we still have an issue here also with the iHost MN site, and this only covers shared masternoding, where we had the SAP, we had the BIREC and the PNY also in here, and there's still no active shared masternoding in here. Our money, it actually came back again, came back into our wallet, which is obviously fine because there was a secondary option to do that when you set it up. If you have just logged into your iHost MN site and go, where is my money? Basically, you follow it back to the address that you initially put in as a backup address in case the iHost MN site was going to shut it down. Now, we don't know if this is going to be for short term or long term. We are still waiting for a bit more information. Once we have that, obviously, we will also try and keep you updated on this. So if you log in right now on the iHost MN website, and this is one of the SAP coins that we had in here, it will tell you how much we have earned. You can see 10,978 SAP, but it also tells you here again the deposits are currently disabled, and that is the information you are getting out of this as it is right now. If you go also to the full masternodes, those are still very much working. You can see how many of them are hosted, and that doesn't seem to have affected anything so far. If it will in the future, we are not exactly sure. We don't have a full masternode. We haven't received any information or data that this will happen. So once again, time will simply tell, since there's no direct information coming out of them right now. Now, if we have a look at Bitcoin versus USDT and how well it has been doing in the past couple of weeks, then we can see that when we left it last week, it was actually trading pretty much sideways. Since then, it was all the way down to 26,000. And later on in the week, it then jumped up again at 26,289. And since then, it has been trading slightly sideways again at 26,937. And hopefully, let's see if that's going to be the new all-time high, or we're going to see closer to 30,000 sometime soon. BNB, similar also pattern in here. It was trading sideways last week, all the way down to 206 versus the US dollar, and then it was trending upwards up to 217. And after that, it has a bit sideways movement again, but also a bit of a decline in there, and currently trading around $214. So it is up from the pretty much all-time low at very close to $200. But obviously things are looking a bit better, similar to Bitcoin. Now, if we have a quick look also at the Trillant platform, there's a couple of notes, important notes that are actually coming out. This especially regarding the add-on packages in here and how you have to basically guide some of the ways of adding up. Don't forget that the add-on package is basically you're taking money from outside the platform itself. So it means that new fresh money that you can go in and add in here. And then it will also explain exactly how that is done. It says here, if you want to draw your attention to an important point when activating add-on packages, if you plan to activate a package, please do not click the balance button in the corresponding menu. Send it to the add-on. Please note the credit once sent to the balance cannot be reversed. So obviously quite important. So just pay attention to this one. And then there's more detailed instructions. They're also mentioning here, if you to watch the Trillant explainer video, then you can find the video in the back office under the explainer video section. So maybe go and have a look there if you are interested in buying some of the add-on packages. Now, obviously, there's a few more things, and some people have been asking, okay, what is happening now with the add-on and the affiliate system in here within the Trillant? And again, mentions here that these remain unchanged. So this is what it has been all along, but there is a new direct commission, so directly with the add-ons, and those you can obviously benefit from if you are qualifying. Otherwise, the affiliate partner program is still similar to this. So you are at the top. Level 1 is 10%, level 2 is 5%, and so is level 3. So nothing in here has changed. Don't forget, we are still staking the Trill. We are getting the 3 out here also. So we are getting the Trill out, and that is the stable coin, but still there's a bit of an issue with getting that one out at the moment. The only one we have in here is the 3, and that is the one that are actually varying all the time, so depending on supply and demand. And this is the one we are looking at here at coinstore.com. So last week it was at 0.0002655. Since then it has slightly declined to 0.0002552. Not a major drop in this particular week, so I would mention that most of the time it has been mostly sideways here, and no big changes overall in the coin development on that particular week here. Now, there has been a bit of a coin development. So last week we mentioned the money tree for week 38, the low risk, medium and high risk. All of them did actually pretty okay compared to what we have seen in the past for the money tree. All of them made $111 and 65 cents, and the low risk basically did 1.8, medium risk 2.4, and then high risk 3.1. So obviously good numbers again, and nice to see that the money tree is back, cashing in at least a bit. So for this particular week, it was very much the same again. All of the account made exactly the same amount of dollars, which means again that the medium and high risk are not trading all the currency pairs, and that meant the low risk, even though it has more currency pairs, none of them traded apart from what was already marked up on the medium and high risk in here. And that also meant that we only got about 0.3 for the low risk, 0.4 for the medium, and high risk it was 0.5. So obviously a bit of money, but again, disappointing numbers at the moment. Not so disappointing numbers is the profit retriever. It seems to be doing quite well. For week 38, we had the US 30 index, number 2 here at $845 or 8.4%. Aussie 200 index did also quite well with $655 or 6.5%. Euro New Zealand at 394 or 3.9%. And then the FTSE 100, which seems to be very stable at the moment, $329 or 3.3%. And then the last of the top fives in here is the Aussie Japanese. It was a bit low for that particular currency pair, $200 or 2.0%. Overall, if you would have traded those particular 5 in the past week of 38 here, $2,422 is what you would have made, or 4.8%. Now we have a second one also in here, and that is for week 39. This particular week here, we once again, as you can see, have the US 32 at 847, so going strong at the moment with 8.5%. Also, the Aussie 200 index is once again to find in this week, $667 or 6.7%. And then the FTSE 100 also once again here, $625 or 6.2%. And then Euro New Zealand, $279 or 2.8%. And then silver has actually managed to muscle its way in the top 5 for the week at 169, so very, very low dollars here, or 1.7%. Overall, if you would have traded those particular 5 ones, as you can see, is matching pretty well with what we had last week. You would have made $2,587 or 5.2%, and that is definitely not too bad. Now, if we have a look at the entire portfolio here, so how well it's been doing, first of all, the impressive history that we have of 561 days for the portfolio itself. The weekly returns is 2%, monthly returns 8.8. Don't forget that it's actually going slightly downwards all the time because we are not increasing lot sizes. We are sticking to our guns, sticking to the same sections here at all times. But overall, we are doing quite well, even though we only managed to do $12,040 here. So in September, there's not really many more days to count in here. And that is well below where we normally see basically the profit retriever work. It has been somewhere between the $17,000 to $19,000 per month. But obviously, there was a long way to go for this particular month. And we have seen that many of the EAs has been struggling to cash in big time. Now you can obviously find a lot more details and information on our website also, where we have a FTMO portfolio for $200,000 on the trading side. We have the portfolio that you can click on here and see exactly the details similar to what I just showed you. And then we have the individual also currency pairs that you can go have a click with those, and then you also end up with the FX Blue site, and you can find a lot more details in there for yourself, poke around and see exactly how it has traded in the past. Now we also have our individual videos, and we send another one out this particular week for week 38. And this is the profit retriever, where we are looking 4 weeks back. We are looking at the most stable results that you can actually trade. They are also on the copy link service with Expert Forex, so definitely a good video to watch in here, even though our profit was a bit low. So for that past 4 weeks where we were looking back, we only made just over $9,000, but still it is money in the bank. So you can obviously find a lot more details regarding the profit retriever, both if you want to trade it yourself also here on our website, or you can go on the copy link trading, and then it will take you over to Expert Forex, where you will find a lot more of our links and many other trader links too. So definitely something to look into. Now we also have the Trade Explorer, and the Trade Explorer has also, similar to the Money Tree, has been very low on profit here lately, same as some of the other ones we had. Hasn't crashed or anything else, which is obviously good. Our 22 pair of the Trade Explorer had $167.98 for week 38, 1.1%, and then the 10 pair one had $170 and 0.89, and then 1.1% overall, which is obviously again very, very low compared to what we have seen in the past. But also here we have a second week, and you can see it actually picked up First, it went into a bit of a drawdown, so for week 39, and that is normally when we know that when it comes out of that particular drawdown, it cashes in big time. And once again, as you can see, it did that, the 22 pair at $904 or 5.7%. And then we have the 10 pair one at $1,106 or 7.2%. So both of them did extremely well. So compared to recent weeks. And that also means actually that we are now back on top here again with the Trade Explorer, even though we had a bit of a bump on the road, if you remember, and I mention all the time, we are now back, and that means that it is the highest point that we have seen for a while now, and hopefully it will continue to rise going forward. Now, the Trade Explorer is also on the Expert Forex coupling service, and we made a video on that a couple of weeks back here now. Definitely something to watch out for, and that also means that you can actually get similar results as what we have in here. We have both of the links that we are running with the Trade Explorer, so definitely go have a look at that particular video here. We'll make sure that it is in the video description below so you can easily find it. Now, Expert Forex and Alex, he's also back. He has made a few videos this particular week here, and one of the ones is the new prop trading accounts that are ready, some of the best links. He's now telling us they are ready. You can link up to these, so if you're interested in that, then that is the video to watch here. And Alex also came back from a vacation, and he thought it was worth mentioning that he has actually, even though he was on vacation, traded more than 200 Forex accounts. And basically how he did that, he explains that, shows a few pictures of his setup in there. So if you are a starting trader and you want to know more about that, then definitely this is the video for you. Also, another video is the 4 sources of settings for the new Liberator model robots. Don't forget there's 2 different ones. There's the Wave and the RSI. And Alex is basically going into the settings where you can find more about this, how you can start, where are some of the basic settings, and which settings are the ones also worth basically start trading, and for which range. So another video here if you are into the new Liberator model. Last but not least, also very good video in here whenever you should do the stop loss, and this is actually a bit of a development over time, what Alex has started off with the grid trading, that then led also here to the grid train multiplier, which then again led to the profit retriever, and now the Liberator version in here. So quite an interesting video, especially if you actually know a bit of the background in here. Worth also mentioning this one. And that's what we had for you in this week's news report. I hope, of course, that you enjoyed it as always, and we won't be back next week, unfortunately, but still we have some very important appointments. So back in Denmark, my daughter is getting married, and I have to take her up the aisle, so definitely I will be there for that, and that is why you won't see a news report and no videos for the next couple of weeks, most probably, until I am back online again. But I hope you can maybe watch some of the videos you haven't seen yet. Otherwise, I'll see you on one of my next videos. Bye-bye.
I hope you enjoyed our news report. So please don't forget to like and add your comment below, as we would love to get your feedback. But before you go, make sure you subscribe to the channel and don't forget to keep the notification bell turned on. That way, you will never miss any of our future videos. We hope to see you back on this channel very soon.